The president was quoted as saying that the Attorney General of California was a very attractive woman, and the First Lady was quoted as saying that sometimes she feels like a single mom. Tavora, what is it with us and the Obamas? I mean, is it fair to hang on to their every word and analyze it and criticize it, or is that what comes with the territory?
Well, I first of all think it comes with the territory. So I don't feel bad that they perhaps get scrutinized for the little mistakes they might make. And I think it's also fair to point out and use as big an example as you can, and you can't get bigger than the president, to point out that you probably should not introduce the Attorney General or a public official who's female and discuss her looks. And you probably wouldn't do it for a man. So, because, going back to Yvonne Brill in the New York Times, her obituary starts with how awesome a mom she is.
And she was, in fact,
a rocket scientist.
Yes.
So I do think it's important to point these instances out because people think that they're so benign. And yeah, they don't necessarily hurt anyone's feelings, but they speak to larger issues and the way that women are judged, the way they have been judged for the last 1,000 years. So you have to keep reminding people that this is not appropriate. You don't have to, crucify them for it, but you have to remind people and use them as an example.
They take women out of the realm of accomplishment and achievement and puts them back into a category of being a supporting character for the rest of the men in the world and ornamental. And that's the issue for me.
Well, he did say that she was good at her job and intelligent and talented as well. And for me, what's been very interesting about the response to this comment is I still think it just shows how difficult it is for us to really see women's brains and bodies together. And it's something that I really noticed at the Golden Globes when Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are hosting this event, and everyone loved them, the critics loved them. They were very funny. And then after the event, I watched some of these red carpet dissection shows where they analyze every manicure and thing, and no one mentioned what they had worn. And I at first thought that's amazing. They were there to be smart comedians and leaders, and they owned this event, and good, who cares what they wore? But then another part of me thought, they looked great, and I loved what they wore, and how come it's so difficult for us to see them both as minds and witty, savvy performers and writers, and as physical beings?